Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you about what I think are some essential products that you should have for your face as far as makeup goes. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I think that you should own is a foundation. Some people really love powder foundation, whereas some people really love liquid foundation. So it's kind of up to you as far as what kind of foundation that you think you would wear more often. Since my skin is more on the dry side and is not very oily, I think right now that liquid foundation is working better for me. So some of you with dry skin who have been struggling with powder foundations, this is a good time to try and see if you like a liquid foundation. Now there is kind of the stigma attached with liquid foundations being extremely mask-like, and I think if it's applied correctly that it does not look that way at all. It looks actually very close to your natural, to what your skin would look like if you didn't wear makeup at all. So as far as foundation, I'll recommend a powder and a liquid. So for liquid, I really like the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation. This is the bottle. If you have a liquid foundation and you feel like it's too dark or too light, go ahead and buy another color that is a little bit lighter or darker so you can mix them together and make sure that you have a color that suits you the best. As far as powder foundation, let me find it. I think that if you don't like liquid foundation at all and you're really oily or, whatever the reason be, you should have a powder foundation, and this is Bare Minerals Ready Foundation. I really like this because I feel like it gives a better coverage than the foundations that they have in the little shaker, little salt shaker things. They're not like a salt shaker, but they're like little containers. This is just less messy, and the coverage is better. Unless your skin is perfect, and I highly doubt that is the case, no offense, then you probably need a concealer. Scratch that. You need two concealers. You need an under eye concealer and you need a concealer for your face. But Kaylin, why should I buy two concealers? That seems like a little excessive. Like, I don't want to spend money or have a bunch of concealers lying around. Good question. And here's why. Because when you apply concealer to your under eye area, you want something that is lighter than the concealer you apply to your face. And that is because you want to highlight this area. You want to make it look very light so it cancels out some of the darkness under here and you look more awake. As far as the under eye concealer goes, I really like the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. You've already seen this in probably some of my other videos. It's very easy to use, so if you're just starting out, perfect. You can use it to conceal those bags under your eyes. It's not going to get rid of them completely because that's just a very difficult area to make go away. For your face, you can use a thicker consistency concealer because with the under eye area, you don't want something very thick because it'll crease, which is why you want something designed for your under eyes and lighter. But for your face, you can use any kind of concealer basically. It doesn't really matter. Right now I've been trying to use up my, Studio Sculpt Concealer by MAC. I just think that MAC has better concealers, so I don't know. It's iffy. So you need a concealer. Okay, moving on to bronzer. Ooh, I love my bronzer. So it's important that you have a bronzer, and if you're just going to buy one, you should get a matte bronzer. Again, matte means that there is no shimmer. So I like the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I can use this in two different ways. I can use it to contour. That means this darker line right here, that's the contour, and it makes your face look slimmer. Who doesn't want that? Or you can use it to bronze all over the face. Get yourself a bronzer. Then you should probably get a blush. And I used to think that blushes weren't that important, but it really does do something to your face to make you seem, again, more awake. And it just gives the face a more feminine appearance. One blush shade that would look great on anybody is a peachy pink blush. And this is by NARS. The color is called Orgasm. It is, like I said, peachy pink with a little bit of gold, kind of a gold glow to it. Okay, there it is on my wrist. I know that's kind of awkward, but the good thing about this is that it's very forgiving. So if you're not good at applying blush, or you're afraid you're going to come out looking like a clown, then this is actually very good, because I had to like rub this sucker in a lot to even show up any kind of color on camera. So it is good if you're first starting out and you're afraid of blush. It'll just make you look just give your face some color. If you don't really like that, or you have very aged skin, you can opt for a matte blush, and you can do either like a pink or a coral. So this color is called Magic, and it's by Tarte. So it's one of their Amazonian clay blushes, and it really lasts a long time. So it is great. Now, since this looks really bright, it's because it is, and it's very pigmented, so you don't have to use a lot. Really, really, really pretty. It's coming up, it's definitely more pink than this, than it's showing up on camera. Do not pack this color on, or you will look like Bozo the Clown. If you're not much of a blush person, but you're like, oh, Kaylin, you said I needed a blush, but I'm just more into the bronzing kind of scene. I don't want anything pink on my face. I don't want anything coral on my face. I understand. We all have our preferences. So that's why I thought about you. This is MAC's Alpine Bronze. It is a mineralized blush, and it is gorgeous. It came out in their Après Chic collection. It is probably, unfortunately, gone by now because it was at the beginning of January. However, you can probably find something like this in store. I really like this blush because it is not your typical pink blush. It is very bronzy. Here it is on my hand. As you can see, you can't really tell it sparkles until I move it in the light, and it just looks gorgeous on the cheeks because it does give you that glow. I hope this video was helpful for you. These are just, like I said, these are just some things that I think that you should own. I just think this would have been really helpful when I started wearing makeup because I just didn't know what I really needed. Anyway, I hope you had a fantastic day, and I can't wait to see you in my lips video. That's what's coming next. See ya!